Hello, yogi friends. We're going to do a little short video here on shoulders. So if you want to shift how your shoulders are, mostly during the day and especially at the end of the day, we're on our computers and everything collapses into the inside of our chest. And it really shows over time that you present yourself as tired, and really maybe you're not even tired, and people will respond to you in that way. So let's open up our shoulders. We're only going to do 3 or 4 things, and these are things you can do anytime. And if you don't remember them, you don't click on this video, you can always just do whatever you remember. So we're on the shoelace side of our feet. If this next move is too hard for you, don't worry about it. You're going to try to lean back so that you're stretching the shins and your feet. You're going to bring your arms forward. Ooh, and you might feel a little wobbly. And then you're going to take let's take the right arm underneath and then the left arm over top. And you're going to walk your fingers as far into the middle of your back as possible. And this is like giving yourself a really nice hug. And then you're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale. You're going to have to use your abs here. You're going to have to pull your belly button into the backbone as you come in and you curl in and you breathe into your back body so you actually feel your hands separate. And when you exhale, you can curl in more. And then you're going to bring your arms out. And then using your abs again, try to resist the temptation to come too quickly to the mat. And then you're going to pull, use your fingertips, you're going to pull your chest open and your shoulder blades back. Yeah. And then take left arm underneath right, hug, lean back. Those of you who don't want to lean back on this particular thing, don't worry, just keep your shin bones on the floor. And you're going to curl, inhale into your hands, and exhale, curl even more. And then you're going to carefully bring your shin bones to the floor. Whoa, and this time, you're going to take your arms out, thumbs to the ceiling, and as if you're going to hug a tree, so the back of your head and your spine are leaning on a tree, and you want to just kind of hug, bring your chest open and really feel that. Great. Now go down into the middle of your mat so that you can do this next thing and you're on your mat. Your butt is going to be up. You're going to come up onto your knees. You're going to take your right arm. Now for the ladies, we want to make sure that the arms are crossed above the girls. So you'll know what I mean when you do it wrong and doesn't feel comfortable. You're going to take your right arm up. And then you're going to thread it underneath the left arm. And then you're going to take the left arm and you're going to walk it away from the right. Now, it's nice if you have a little block available, because sometimes putting your weight on your forehead too much, maybe turning your gaze to the back, to the side, I mean. This is intense, that's why I'm losing my words. Try to relax your fingers. I'm going to re-tuck my toes because I want to feel control. And then pull your belly in first before you come out of this. And then come up. And then feel. Take a moment in Japanese seated posture. Have your wrists relax. Everything that we do with our shoulders communicates all the way to the wrists. And then come forward. And then we're going to take left arm underneath right. And then right arm in front of that. Your butt is up. You can tuck your toes. Relax your hands.
And there's no prescribed time, optimum time here. I guess as soon as you feel that the intensity has diminished, that would probably tell you you're okay to leave the pose. But if it's too intense, then just carefully come out of it and lean back again. Use your hands, use your fingertips, come back. Ooh, flip the palms of your hands to the ceiling. So everything that we can do to open up these shoulders, you can close your eyes, really helps with all of our more active yoga poses. So let's just take a moment and see how down dog feels after that. Press through the palms of your hands, tuck your toes, and move into down dog. Don't worry about your hamstrings. Keep your knees nice and bent and bouncy, and just have your ears tracking the inside of your arms. Cup with your hands the mat, so it's like you're suction cupping up into the palm of your hand. You don't feel the whole palm on the floor, you feel there's space. Nice. And then come back down, knees at exactly the same time. We're going to come onto the floor, onto our bellies. I'm going to go to the left to start with. So we're going to take our left arm bone out. Have your block nearby, just in case you might want to use it. Your left arm out, and for some of you, even putting it out at shoulder height is a lot. So, and if you know you have tight shoulders, then maybe just walk your hand 1 or 2 hand widths to the front of the room, past your shoulder. Otherwise, if you have open shoulders, then just leave it. Bend your right knee. I'm going to take my block right away. And then with your right hand, right elbow bent, you're going to roll onto the left side of your body, and maybe you can bring your sole of your right foot onto the floor. And for most people, this is going to be enough. That all of this weight with your legs and rolling over is going to be talking to your left chest and your left arm and your left shoulder so much that you know you're at the place that you need to just hang out and breathe. Others can bring your right arm up, bend your right elbow, bring the back of your hand. You could start at your sacrum, but if you have more flexibility, and this will require you to open up your chest and your hips a little, you can see I'm adjusting my hip bones to the ceiling, then you can grab or find where your left arm is and then travel your right fingers to meet and intertwine. This is a lot. I always have to lift my head and reposition, which of course makes perfect sense because the chest is opening up. It's quite extreme in the upper back. Make sure you're breathing. And of course, we want to really respect what's happening. We're not trying to hurt ourselves. So when we come out of it, take your right hand, right elbow, right in front of your face. And then I'm going to move my block, roll onto your belly, but do not move your left arm. Your leg bones are now on the floor, and then you feel the circulation, the blood just flowing into your shoulder joint, into your left arm, and it's a good thing. Now bend your left elbow, right elbow, bring your forehead on top of the backs of your hands, and just notice the difference between your left and your right. Take your right arm bone out. Again, adjust it if you're tight. Take your left hand so that you can support, bend your left knee and roll over onto the right side, and bring the sole of your left foot on the floor so you feel secure. Again, take your block. Because this is not about getting your head on the floor, we just want this position where we feel not so vulnerable, a little more comfortable, even though this is, intense. And then for those of you who have a little more movement, you bring your left arm bone up, bend the left elbow, bring the back of your hand. It's important because that will open up this left shoulder, back of your hand into your sacrum. Walk your hand up your back till you feel your right arm bone. And then you have to kind of move your hips a little bit more in order to get this. Otherwise you'll be fidgeting with your right arm, and that's not what we want. And then you interlock your fingers, reposition your head. Woo, that's intense. Make sure you're breathing. If you have to sigh or groan or moan or make a noise like I just did, that would be really appropriate. Now, coming out of this, no jerking movements. You bring your left hand forward, left elbow bent. You take your time as you roll over onto your belly. Move your block out of the way. Bring your forehead on top of the backs of your hands. That's a lot. Just take a moment here. Then we're going to roll onto our backs. Doesn't matter which way you're facing. We're going to do marionette arms and marionette legs. So bring your legs up, bring your arms up. And I want you to have this feeling that you know that your arm bone, the weight of it, is going right into that shoulder blade. And you feel the shoulder blade really heavy on the floor. And it's like the shoulders are moving below the level of the mat. That's how much awareness you have. Relax those wrists. You can relax your legs as well. And then I want you to close your eyes and shake. Shake, 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 shake your feet. Shake, shake harder, 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 harder. Stop. Feel the tingly feelings. Bend your knees. You can go right into, if you need a little rest, right into a Shavasana. Otherwise, thank you so much for shifting your shoulders today. And I hope that you can come back and practice these very, very effective little yoga poses. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.